Welcome to Maurine's meditation page. These meditations are offered free in service to the divine. If you're interested in working with Maurine, learn more at headtoyourheart.com.
I welcome you all with all my heart. And we were just having our conversation before I started the recording, and just about the dramas that happen in the daily life, and that it is all temporary and everything is always changing. And we take these things so seriously into heart. And how beautiful is that? But I would like us to take things to an even more important, broader level, rather than getting lost in the drama of frustration. Maybe something's not going right in your life. Maybe your health isn't uh, cooperating with you right now, or maybe you've got upheaval in your work situation, or I mean, it could be a million things. Okay, we all have challenges, and they seem to come and go, right? But when they're in front of us, they can feel really damn heavy, right? And I wanted to do a meditation tonight to consider, and I know this isn't new to you. I'm sure you've heard of this, but I've been doing a little reading on in one of Dolores Cannon's book. If you've ever heard of her, she's a hypnotist who is best known for doing very deep hypnosis with people, and uncovering a lot of subconscious memories, in particular, sometimes past lives, or even post life of what happens to us when we leave the body. And so she's written a lot about this, and it's really quite fascinating. And one of the major themes that repeats over and over whenever she's doing these sessions with these clients is that they go to a realm after we leave our body, they say, and it's not necessarily a life review, but it's an opportunity. That life is an opportunity, and they often elect to come back to really experience and get and overcome what their obstacles were in this density, because this density is so dense and it's so limited and finite. And in that other realm, it's just everything the opposite. It's just very vast and light. There's no judgment whatsoever. There is no wrong. This is all this grand experiment. Like, this life is this grand experiment, and we all volunteered to come down here and elected to have all these crazy hardships that give us so much angst. We're gnashing our teeth over it, and it's almost laughable, because we actually came here so that we could have these things, so that we could have some kind of a revelation, or some kind of major shift in how we are with it. So the point being that maybe we want to do a meditation. What did you come here to learn? And what do these hardships and the things that horrify you, how can you be with them and use them as a rung on a ladder to climb up, rather than thinking of them as doomsday? But how can we take the worst thing? This isn't an easy thing to do, but how can we take the worst thing and say, God, how can I accept this as a gift? What is it that you want me to learn from this? How could I transform myself into somebody who could hold this with some grace and juice it like a lemon to make the lemonade, right? So that's what I wanted to say about tonight. And it was kind of interesting because the conversation beforehand was already kind of leading to that. Also, with the hardships that are happening in the world right now, definitely, I wanted to repeat what I said earlier is that, so there's everything I just said. And then the other thing is that the important thing is to remember that you do have an option to lift your vibration. It may not always be easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but I just want to give us all that for us to remember, rather than take sides in a conflict, or rather than, have these big long discussions about who's right and who's wrong in a world conflict or whatever. When we do that, just watch out, because maybe you are lowering your vibration, and maybe you're getting into that and you're contributing, you're patronizing into that whole energy that wants to get into a conflict and then have separate, right? And whenever we're letting go of that separation and saying we're all one, if this conflict is happening, what is it going to teach us? And how can we bring light to it? How can we come to a higher vibration with that? How can we hold that vibration? Who else is holding a high vibration about this? Maybe the sages on this planet, the nuns, the monks, the healers, the light workers, the people who devote their lives, the Buddhists, all the people who are really devoted to releasing their attachment to the drama and coming in with a high vibration. What can we do to help these people? Because if a vibration is a creation, just like love is a creation, then this is an energy that exists. And don't we want more of that? And probably that is our only combat here, is to contribute to a high vibration, a higher vibration about situations that trouble us. So rather than wringing our hands and worrying, and I'm not saying to not be responsible, and that, respect is just so paramount. But when we're doing our spiritual work on Monday nights, this is what we can do. We can, really intentionally raise our vibration higher and higher and higher, like it's crawling up a ladder. And from that higher vibration, and on your way up to that higher vibration, think about these hardships in your life, or hardships that are in the world that affect you and bring you down. If they're affecting you in a particular way, a strong way, is it here to teach you? What do you need to learn from that? Maybe this is a teaching for you. And if there's something you need to know, rather than being burdened by it, let's open it up like a gift. Let's unwrap it and say, what can we get from this? So I've talked long enough, right? So that just kind of sets us up for the meditation tonight. So get comfortable. And I want to say to you that no matter what is happening anywhere, love exists, and love cannot be ended. That you have access to love. You have access to love. Things may not be going your way. Maybe things aren't so peachy or whatever, but you still have access to love. You have access to kindness and softness and goodness. Now that's a high vibration. So let's close our eyes and just begin to follow your breath. Slow it down a bit. Breathe a little deeper than normal. And just be with you and your breath, your sacred house, your personal relationship to love and to the light is there with you in your breath. And you can let go of your attachment to the outer worries, situations, and dramas because they are ever changing. And we may not have much control at all what stage those are in. So let's be soft with them. Release your attachment to them. Stay steady with your breath as you still your mind. Gently do a body sweep. You can start with your head and just practice relaxing each muscle, each part of your body where you may be holding some tension. Give it permission to release and relax. I'll let you do this on your own. As you're doing it, keep coming back to the steady breath. Going through and methodically relaxing where you need to create more room prepares your body for this sacred communion, which is what our meditation is all about, is to have a sacred communion with the higher power. Give your body another sweep as you go through, top to bottom, releasing and relaxing. Fall into the waterfall of your breath. Imagine that you are receding into stillness, a single point of stillness inside. That point of peace, harmony, and well-being. It's the next vibration up from where you've been. And we're climbing it like a ladder, one rung at a time. Starting with the breath. Next, relaxing the body. And now following the waterfall of breath to that single point that exists inside of you. Your ability to manifest, create, and sit with peace, harmony, well-being. And repeat this mantra as you get settled into that single point of stillness inside. Peace, harmony, and well-being. There are forces all around you that have been with you through time and beyond time. They are your coaches, they are your guides. You are important and you are beloved. You are meant to be a high vibration, loving, insightful being. Let your guide or guides give you a leg up tonight. Go up to the next rung on that ladder, or up to the next plateau on that mountain, to see a little more clearly the bigger picture, to be less connected to all of the dramas and to just look at them from a distance up at this mountain plateau. Begin to get above it, to trust that you can get above it, to see it from a higher perspective. Sit in a place of peace, harmony, and well-being. Whatever it is, begin to really separate yourself. And just look at these situations See them from a distance. No need to attach to them, but to just be as compassionate and kind, sending love and compassion and ease into any of the conflicts, disturbances, or whatever that you're looking down on. As if we could all join hands with the higher beings that are holding the high vibration on this plane. We could all hold it in a high vibration, praying that these situations be lifted up, that they become unsnarled, that we can be with them in an open, honest way, loving, receiving whatever lesson or insight that we need to get from it, that others can also receive that gift, that we can use these conflicts as the rung of a ladder to move us upward. And it's all in how we hold it. So imagine she could go up to the next plateau on this mountain. Maybe it's the top of the mountain. And you can really look across this valley of light. Be with your higher power. Be with that energy of light and love. Offer it over into that valley. There is a teaching that you need to receive. If there's something you need to know, ask your divine guidance to help you realize that when the time is right, to show you how to be open to see what it is that you need to see, to help you see how to make any change if there's a change that's being called for. To really soften around any hardships. Know that we are already forgiven for all of our crazy misdeeds. The compassion is in order. And to project higher vibration. And to hold these situations in a healing way, to help them transform and reveal themselves. What do we need to know so that we can change and not recreate these same dramas? and paramount in the human experience is how much can we forgive and let go of the need to be right, the need to be righteous, the need to accuse and make a wrong. Ask the divine light to use you as a carrier, compassion, goodwill, insight. Are you willing to be that humble servant of light and love? I want you to let go of any thinking, any requests, and just go in to a place of absorption, to absorb the guidance, to absorb the forgiveness, to absorb any insight that you're ready for. This isn't through words or thoughts, but just to tap in. It's more of a feeling of a receiving on an intuitive or cellular level. The union, becoming one with light, love, with that higher vibration. Know it on a cellular level. you on receive mode. Be this sacred vessel, to be that humble servant of love and light, forgiveness, goodness, and high vibration. So with the help of our guides, I want you to imagine that you have shifted in to a higher vibration. You're tapped in to a different field. We embrace, commingle with this, and let's give Diksha. Let's all gather together with this whole vibration that we've set our intention to coordinate with, and tap into this higher vibration of love, light, healing, forgiveness, ease, insight, transformation. Really tune your heart and hands and head to that, and let's gather together and send Diksha to the troubled areas on our planet. You are not alone. We are gathered with thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of other beings who are doing light work on this planet. Let's join together. Let's help them. Let's send healing, light, transformation to any of these troubled spots on our planet. Because anything can happen. The universe is a wild, creative place. Bring in the highest possible outcome for goodness. Just keep calling in for help, calling in to join the others to create this high vibration of healing and transformation. Send it out with all your heart. Do this for a couple more minutes. Just end with a prayer that we not forget our connection to that divine light. We call it in time after time, that we don't give up on the world, that we don't give up on ourselves, that we don't give up on each other. Divine, beloved Mother, Father, God, help us to remember and to bring you in. Help us to be vessels of light. Help us to forgive, to be gracious, have compassion. Help us to accept our faults and find ways to understand how they are gifts to us to polish our stone. Show us how. Show us how to overcome our worst faults. Show us how to be forgiving with it and lighthearted about it. Because this is just a school. We came here to learn, and mistakes are absolutely required to learn and grow. Help us see that. Breathing that in. And coming back around to the breath, bringing your awareness to your breath, knowing you've done important work tonight. You did it with all your heart. You are loved. You are important. You are not alone. And you can do no wrong. Letting your breath, your focus on your breath, lead you back and back from your meditation tonight. Let it bring you back in stages as you begin to feel and experience your body against the chair, whatever you're against, and begin to make contact with the room again and to feel the temperature, the air in the room, any noises in the room. Coming back, feeling your body in a shifted state and owning that as we transition out of our meditation now to come back into our circle together so that we can do our blessing giving segment tonight. So take your time coming out. I will stop the recording so we can move on to our blessing giving.
Thank you for joining in on these free meditations. If you're interested in working with Maurine privately, learn more at headtoyourheart.com.